Hello everyone, you're welcome to the Messiah Editech online class. Today is going to be a special day because we are going to focus on frustrum of a cone. I believe that you've seen cone in our previous class. I explained what cone is all about. So today we want to study together through this topic, frustrum of a cone. Now, the first thing you need to understand is this topic is applicable in a real life. Have you seen funnel before? You use funnel at home. That's just the simple example of a cone. If you cut that funnel, just cut little up. If you remove it, the smallest part of it is a cone, while the biggest side of it is what we call frustrum. So that is what we call frustrum. Now let's take a look at this question. Let's take a look at this picture. If you look at this, I have this big, right? This is a cone. Now from this cone we can have what we call frustrum. Frustrum is, if you cut this, when you remove this, you are going to have this, which is a cone. Then you are going to have this. I hope you are following me, right? You are going to have this. Don't mind my diagram. So that means if we cut this, we have this, and from here we can have a smaller cone, which here will be the radius. This is the radius of the cone. This is the slant, which is represented by L, and this is H, which is represented by which is height. Now I want to explain something to you here. We have another radius here. Let's call this R2, and let's call this R1. Now from here we are going to do something. And we have something like this. Okay, I hope you understand, right? So let's call this R1, and let's call this R2. Now this is a cone and this is a frustrum. I hope you understand that, right? Now the next thing we need to know is we need to find the volume of frustrum. The volume of frustrum. So what will be the formula to find the volume of frustrum? The volume of frustrum will give us 1/3 by H bracket R1 square plus R2 square plus R1 R2. Don't get confused with this. You need to understand pi could be 22/7. While H is the height of the frustrum. R1, this is R1 and this is R2. Now you understand that the distance from here to here is what we call diameter. So I'll be solving questions related to that. That is why I'm giving you this hint now. From here to here is diameter. Half of a diameter is called radius. So from here we can now say that volume of this frustrum, which could also be called the capacity of the frustrum, because I'll be solving question related to that. I'll be making mention of capacity. So you need to understand capacity of the frustrum is referring to as the volume of the frustrum. So from here, R1 is here and R2 is here, plus R1, R2. R1, R2 means R1 times R2. Now, the second formula I want to give you is how to find the core surface area of frustrum. We represent that with CSA. Don't get confused. CSA means curved surface area. Curved surface area. So to find the curved surface area, we are going to use this formula, which is pi L bracket R1 plus R2 plus R2. So this is the formula to find the curved surface area of frustrum. Now the last one is called TSA. TSA is total surface area. Total surface area. This might be a little bit longer than the volume, but I want you to patiently look at this formula. I need to give you all this because we are going to solve questions related to this formula, and once you understand this formula, you'll be able to apply them in any question given to you. So now let's look at how to find the formula to find the total surface area. So the formula to find the total surface area of a frustrum is pi L bracket. Now, in order for you not to forget, just bring R1 plus R2 plus, that is telling you that total surface area equals to curved surface area plus pi R1 square plus pi R2 square. Pi R1 square plus pi R2 square. So from here we can get our total surface area. Let me come all over again. This is a cone and this is frustrum. In frustrum we have two radius, R1 and R2. Class, let's take a look at this question together. A drinking glass is in the shape of a frustrum of a cone of height 14 centimeter. The diameter of its two circular ends are 4 centimeter and 2 centimeter. Find the capacity of the glass. Take pi to be 22 all over 7. Now, if you understand the formula to apply, this question is very simple for you. Now, the first thing to do is let's bring out our parameters. And what are the parameters? Number one, we have h to be 14 centimeter. Just like you can draw this. You can draw the frustrum so that you not forget. Okay, you can draw it like this from here to here. Height is given to us as 14 centimeter, right? Then the next thing to understand is this: the diameter is given to us. The next thing to understand is this: the diameter is given to us. So you need to understand that from the question, the diameter of its two circular ends are 4 centimeter and 2 centimeter. So that is telling you that D1 equals to 4 centimeter and D2 to be 2 centimeter. Now, from this we can find our radius. Our radius equals to diameter all over 2. So that means to find radius, you divide diameter by 2. And you need not to get confused with this. The 2 I'm referring to is not this 2. Even if your D2 is 8, you still divide diameter by 2 to get your radius. So don't think that in any question given to you, you must divide it by D2. No, that is not what it means. So from here, R1 can give us 4 divided by 2. So that means R1 will give us 2 centimeter. Now the same thing we are going to do with D2. R2 will give us D2 all over 2. That means R2 will give us 2 divided by 2, and R2 will give you what? R2 will give you 1 centimeter. So now we are going to move down to our question. And what is the question? Find the capacity of the glass, which is the volume of this frustrum. So you need to know that since our H is 14 centimeter, therefore the capacity, which is the same thing as volume, equals to 1 all over 3 pi H bracket R1 square plus R2 square plus R1 times R2. I believe you can still remember this formula, right? I trust you. You don't need to cram, just understand the logic and you will get it. So that means V will give us, V which is volume and the same thing as capacity, will give us 1 all over 3 times 22 all over 7 times 14 centimeter bracket. R1 is 2 square plus 1 square plus 2 times 1. You close the bracket. Then V will give us 1 all over 3 times 22 all over 7 times 14 bracket 4 plus 1 plus 2 times 1 plus 2. Then this will give us 2 here, 1, 2 here, we have 2. That is, how many 2 can we get in 7? That is, how many 7 can we get in 14? We have 2. So V will now give us 1 all over 3 times 22 divided by 1 multiplied by 2 bracket 4 plus 1, 5 plus 2. We are going to have 6. I believe you, 4 plus 1, 5, and 5 plus 2, we are going to have 7. Pardon me for that. Now, the next thing to do now is we have to multiply all through and divide it by 3. I believe you understand that. Now, to do this, we are going to have V to be, let me demarcate this so that you don't get confused. 1 times 2, 22, and 22 times 2, we have 44. 44 divided by 3 multiplied by 7. I believe you understand that, right? So V will give us, let's say 44 multiplied by 7. 7 times 2, 14. 7 times 4, 28. So this will give us 28. We write 8, remain 2. 28 plus 2, that is 30. So we have 308. This will give us 308 divided by 3. So our volume will... Okay class, you are welcome back. Now I want to solve question related to curved surface area of a frustrum. So let's take a look at this question together. The slant height of the frustrum of a cone is 4 centimeter and the perimeter of its circular end are 18 centimeter and 6 centimeter. Find the curved surface area of the frustrum. Find the curved surface area of the frustrum. Now to do that, you need to understand the question very well and interpret the question. Now let me start with this. You need to understand that the perimeter of a circle P equals to 2 pi r, right? Now from the question, we are given two parameters. And what are those two parameters? We have 18 centimeter and 6 centimeter. So for you to do this, you can say P1 equals to 2 pi R1. So P1 is 18 centimeter. So we are going to have 18 centimeter equals to 2 pi times R1. So what we are looking for here is R1. So to do that, you are going to divide this by 2 pi, divide this by 2 pi. This pi, 2 pi will cancel this 2 pi. R1 will give you 18 divided by 2 pi. 2 into 1, 2 in 18, 9. So this R1 will give you 9 all over pi. So this will be our R1. Now to find P2 will give us 2 pi R2. Now from here, P2 is given to us as 6 from the question, right? Then we have 2 pi times R2. Divide this by 2 pi. Divide this by 2 pi. This cancel this. That means R2 will give you 6 all over 2 pi. 2 into 1, 2 in 6, 3. So R2 will give us 3 all over pi. I believe you understand that. Now the reason why we need to find R1 and R2 is because of what we are looking for. Remember, we are looking for the curved surface area of this frustrum of a cone. So to do that, we need to go back to our formula. And what is our formula? Our formula is curved surface area. Curved surface area will give us pi bracket R1 plus R2 L. So this will give us the curved surface area of the frustrum of a cone. So to do that, you can say pi bracket R1 is 9 all over pi, while R2 is 3 all over pi, right? Multiplied by L. So from the question, L is given to us as 4 centimeter. If you read the question very well, L is the same thing as slant height. So L is given to us as 4 centimeter. So times 4. Now from here we can say pi bracket. Remember that according to the board mass, what we have inside, we must solve inside what we have inside the bracket first before the one outside. So from here we have two denominators which are the same, pi and pi. So we pick one out of it and we add what we have up, which is our numerator. So this will give us 9 plus 3 divided by pi multiplied by 4. So this will give us pi bracket 9 plus 3 will give us 12 divided by pi multiplied by 4. So this pi will cancel this pi. Curved surface area will give us 12 times 4. So 12 times 4 will give us 4 times 2, 8, and 4 times 1, 4, which will give us 48 centimeter square. I believe you understand, and this is not hard, right? Now, if you find this difficult, you can always go over this video again, study, and make sure that